Hey everybody, Asian action actor here, and I am back. And today, I am talking about Mortal Kombat 12. Or, to be exact, what Mortal Kombat 12 could be like. First of all, when will Mortal Kombat 12 come out? Well, there have been some interviews with, I think, Ed Boon and maybe some other executive at NetherRealm that stated that for their next major project, they would like to try out something else, something new. Perhaps a brand new IP? If they're really serious about that and not just, trying to throw us off the scent of the predictable Injustice 3. Because pretty much ever since Mortal Kombat 9 came out in 2011, they've been alternating every 2 years between Mortal Kombat and Injustice. 2011, we got Mortal Kombat 9. 2013, we got Injustice 1. 2015, we got MKX. 2017, we got Injustice 2. In 2019, we got Mortal Kombat 11. So, maybe in 2021, we get, instead of either of those two, we get a brand new IP, which is literally no one can predict, because it's brand new, they're keeping it secret, hush hush. We don't have anything with what this brand new IP, if they are doing a brand new IP for next year or whenever it's going to come out, we don't have anything for that yet. But if that does push through and they still go back to their regularly scheduled video game development program, maybe 2023 we'll get Injustice 3, and in that sense, maybe MK12 in 2025. Literally 5 freaking years from now, ladies and gents. I know that's a long while, but that's also a good thing because it gives them a long while to properly create something brand new out of Mortal Kombat 12. And definitely that is something we're gonna get. Because what happened with Mortal Kombat 9 is we got pretty much a retelling of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, right? And Mortal Kombat 10 is essentially a retelling of Mortal Kombat 4 with a lot of new elements. And Mortal Kombat 11 ties all of that together with elements of like 5, 6, and 7. Like Frost is in there and things like that. But Mortal Kombat 11, yes, admittedly is brand new. But it is still based off of existing and past lore. It is a direct continuation of that. With the ending of Mortal Kombat 11, and especially Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, we see the direction that Mortal Kombat wants to take starting from number 12. Specifically that it wants to start from a clean slate. And we see hints of this clean slate in the ending of Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath. The clean slate starts from way in the past with Liu Kang and Kung Lao's ancestor, the Great Kung Lao. And I don't know why I'm wearing these headphones right now. Oh, right, it's to monitor my recordings, but there's really no reason why I should be wearing them at this exact moment. So there. Anyway, it starts from around 500 years in the past and will feature the Great Kung Lao, Liu Kang and Kung Lao's ancestor, as confirmed by the ending of Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath. Now, Mortal Kombat has done this story before, but not in video game form, in television form. In the much maligned television series Mortal Kombat Conquest that aired in 1998 and 1999, starring Paolo Montalban as Kung Lao, Daniel Bernhardt as a new main character, Zero, and Kristana Loken as another brand new character, Taja, and Jeffrey Meek as Raiden. Mortal Kombat Conquest takes place 500 years before the first Mortal Kombat movie. It's supposed to tie in events directly from that specific version of the storyline. Now, it only had one season that had a cliffhanger ending, but supposedly, if the second season had pushed through, it would tie in directly into the events of Mortal Kombat, the first movie. Like I mentioned, Mortal Kombat Conquest is very much maligned, but I remember being very entertained with the series when I saw it. I don't remember if I saw all the episodes, but I definitely saw a lot of the episodes, including the first few and the last few episodes. Maybe I missed a couple of episodes here and there in the middle, but I definitely remember seeing most, if not all, of the 22 episodes of that one and only season they made. I do remember that it did not have the highest of budgets, even though it was a television series. But as a teenager back then in the early 2000s when I saw most of the episodes, I was just happy to have more Mortal Kombat in my life, even though I already got burned by Annihilation and MK4. God, I hated those.
Too bad you will die.
But yeah, this one I still liked. I knew it wasn't great, and a lot of other reviews will paint just how not great it is, but I still liked it. I don't know when I saw it, 17, 18 years ago. I bring that up because I'm sure that is not the exact story we're gonna get for Mortal Kombat 12, but it might take some cues from it. Specifically, younger and ancestral versions of established Mortal Kombat characters. So we have, first of all, the great Kung Lao, which is the ancestor of Liu Kang, and Kung Lao, the modern day Kung Lao as we know him. There is a younger version of Shang Tsung, a younger version of Quan Chi, a younger version of Shao Kahn, and ancestral versions of the classic ninjas, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Reptile. Now, there are versions of, for example, Smoke and Noob Saibot in this old television series that don't jive with what is established in Mortal Kombat lore right now. Like Noob Saibot, the Noob Saibot in Mortal Kombat Conquest is clearly not Bihan or any variation of that particular story. He's just an unrelated sort of demon warrior or spirit or something like that. Which, again, Mortal Kombat 12 is starting from a clean slate, so we shouldn't really be too attached to established canon, because the point is they're gonna change up as much as they can while keeping things, familiar for established Mortal Kombat fans out there. I'm guessing. Maybe not. Maybe it's gonna be like Street Fighter 3, where 99% is brand new. Maybe that's the direction they're going. But they could also be going in what I just suggested, in that they're going to take some cues from Mortal Kombat Conquest and feature younger or ancestral versions of some of the characters we expect. And then everyone else is just brand new. What about the story? Maybe Shao Kahn hasn't conquered Edenia yet. Maybe we see Jared. Maybe we get to use Jared to fight against Shao Kahn. I don't know. Maybe we get to use more Lin Kuei ninjas and things like that from the past. More Lin Kuei ninjas that are not Sub-Zero and Frost. More Shaolin other than Kung Lao. Maybe we get more of those sorts of characters. We might get a different Shokan or Tarkatan character, or once again in Mortal Kombat Conquest there's another Zeteran that is not the modern day Reptile, so maybe he fights a bit different than the Reptile we know and are very familiar with. What if it's before Shao Kahn has conquered Edenia? We get to interact with people from Edenia in a brand new light, and Outworld is not nearly as powerful as it is in the Mortal Kombat storyline we are already accustomed to, so that establishes a different dynamic. What if Zetera was still like a superpower in this era? Zetera, for those that don't know, is the world of Reptile. In the Mortal Kombat lore that we all know and love, Reptile is the last Zeteran. So what if in this version Zetera is still populated full of reptiles, kind? And I hope that they do go like all out different and unpredictable with the new story. Not like, fine, they're keeping the Chosen One dynamic. We know that Liu Kang has picked his new Chosen One. Oh, and interesting about that, Liu Kang is the current god of the Earth Realm, fire and thunder god Liu Kang. And let's remember that Raiden is supposed to be dead in this timeline because he was already immortal before this new era was created. He told Liu Kang in the Mortal Kombat 11 ending and he's now mortal. He can stick around for a while, but he'll be gone soon because he's just mortal. Also, remember in the Mortal Kombat 11 secret ending, which in my headcanon is another facet of the true ending to Mortal Kombat 11. The true ending being that, yes, he gets the crown from Shang Tsung, crafts his new era, picks Kung Lao as his new champion, but also has as his queen/companion Kitana. That changes things up quite a bit. If Kitana is helping Liu Kang actively shape this new era, and Liu Kang did say that he was fine sacrificing his allies during the story of Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath because they're not gone. They'll still be around in his new era. So Liu Kang gets to pick who sticks around. Him and Kitana specifically, right? So maybe we do get an Edenia that hasn't been conquered by Outworld yet because of Kitana's influence. Maybe she doesn't want her world to suffer the same fate because she knows what'll happen if Shao Kahn does this and that and so on and so forth. What'll they do to steer things their way, I wonder? Because pretty much, yes, Raiden's gonna mentor Liu Kang in godhood a bit, but for the most part, for the next few millennia or whatever before Mortal Kombat 12 starts, it's really just up to Liu Kang and Kitana. So who's gonna be part of the new era and who won't be? Will they just erase Shao Kahn? Sindel, Quan Chi, Shinnok? And I don't think they can, get rid of the gods, maybe? Maybe Kronika's gone for good. But what about Cetrion? What about Shinnok? What about Fujin? Fujin they're probably gonna keep around, because Fujin was always cool with them. Liu Kang entrusted his final risky-ass mission in Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath with him, so he'll probably keep him around. But what about Cetrion? What about, again, Shinnok? Are they gonna keep him around? Is he allowed not to keep him around? What are the rules? We don't know. And that is very exciting, and that's why I, and maybe a lot of you, are very particularly hyped and can't wait for Mortal Kombat 12 because you can't wait to see what they do for this next story mode. I love Mortal Kombat 11 story mode is by far my favorite story mode of all fighting games. It's not just that, it's all three of the Mortal Kombat story modes. Mortal Kombat 9, 10, and 11 are by far my most favorite story modes of all fighting games. And I've stated that many, many times. And I can't wait to see what the next one they're gonna do will be. Because they always try, NetherRealm always tries to top their previous story modes, So, with when it's going to come out and what the story might be out of the way, let's talk about what characters and environment/stages there will be. For that, maybe they're going to take a cue from Soul Calibur. I love that Soul Calibur is essentially like an olden days version of Street Fighter. Like, there's a representative for pretty much every country, and they have their own unique fighting style, and it's very indicative of the era they live in. So maybe Mortal Kombat takes a cue from the Soul Calibur series in terms of new environments, stages, and characters, that'd be very interesting. Samurai Showdown is also a good influence, but Samurai Showdown is primarily Japanese samurai and ninja based, right? There are some foreign characters there, characters that are not Japanese, Galford, Charlotte, but the vast majority of them are Japanese in Samurai Showdown, I believe. But the influence that Samurai Showdown could have on Mortal Kombat 12 would be the fatalities. Samurai Showdown, the first one, is, I think, the fighting game, the original fighting game with fatalities. You could actually kill your opponent very violently and with large spurts of blood in the first Samurai Showdown. And yes, Mortal Kombat has its own style of fatality. It's more brutal and visceral and things like that. And they're definitely going to take it to the next level with the next one. But at least you sort of get an idea of what it's like with the Samurai Showdown series, especially the last one. Last Samurai Showdown had some fantastic samurai and swordplay based kills in that. So maybe we'll see Mortal Kombat's take on that with Mortal Kombat 12. So those are my thoughts on Mortal Kombat 12. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm out of my mind? Do you agree with some of my thoughts? Let me know down in the comments down below. And if you like this video, please click like and subscribe to see more of my creative output. This has been Asian action actor. And I will see you next time.